10 games on Matchweek 4. Let's dive into the preview. Due to time constraints, I won't put my own team up, instead using the predicted lineups from the Fantasy Football Scout website. In the 12:30 match on TNT Sports, Arsenal host Nottingham Forest. Arsenal have 6 from their opening 3, while Forest have 4, though both lost last week. Arsenal 1-0 away to Liverpool and Forest 3-0 at home to West Ham. Arsenal are without Gabriel Jesus, Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka, while Christian Nørgaard and William Saliba are doubts, but Ben White is okay. The scout thinks Arsenal won't risk Saliba and thus Christian Mosquera will come in, while Martin Ødegaard should return from Mikel Merino and Eberechi Eze could get his first start in for Gabriel Martinelli. Meanwhile for Forest, Nicolas Dominguez is out and Ola Aina is a doubt, while Alexander Zinchenko can't face his parent club. With no Aina or Zinchenko, new signing Nicolas Savona could start, while Jair Cunha or Morato could be risked out of position as alternative. Ryan Yates could be used ahead of Ibrahim Songare, while Chris Wood, returning from New Zealand duty, could mean Igor Jesus starts instead. The scout notes that with a new gaffer, big changes could be made, with Arnau Calimundo as a potential replacement to Wood, with other signings such as Murray Hutchison, James McAtee, Douglas Luiz and Dylan Bakwa also potential first starts. Ange Postecoglou returns to North London in his first match since being sacked from Spurs, this time to face Arsenal. Forest are a good side, but it may take the Australian a bit of time to implement his ideas, especially against a strong Arsenal team. Forest conceded 3 against West Ham, and with Arsenal's attacking options, I think they'll get the job done in an open game. 3-1 Arsenal. On to the 3pm kickoffs, and Bournemouth host Brighton. The Cherries have 6 from their opening 3, but got knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Brentford, while Brighton have just 3 points, but got through against Oxford. Bournemouth won their last game 1-0 away to Spurs, while Brighton won 2-1 at home to Man City. Bournemouth miss Enes Unal and Adam Smith, while Lewis Cook is a doubt and Julian Araujo returns from suspension. With Smith injured, James Hill is touted by the scout to get in ahead of Araujo and Alex Jimenez, while Ryan Christie and Justin Kluivert will have to be patient despite returning from injury due to Bournemouth's good form. Brighton are without Adam Webster and Solly March, but Matchweek is fine. Fabian Hürzeler said Diego Gomez is tired from international duty, perhaps giving him the excuse to start Brian Gruder. If FIFA is not selected, Joel Veltman may keep his place, while Jorginho Rutter is expected to replace Danny Welbeck. There is also a situation where Gomez is dropped and both Welbeck and Rutter play. Yasin Ayari has been knocking on the door to take Carlos Balaba's place too. Both these teams have come off the back of impressive wins over Big Six sides, but Bournemouth have been more consistent so far. Brighton have looked weak away at Everton, and I think Bournemouth like to play creative sides. Therefore, I'll go with a 2-0 home win. Crystal Palace host Sunderland. The Eagles have 5 from their opening 3 and also won the Community Shield on penalties over Liverpool and got through a 2-legged tie in their Conference League playoff with Fredrikstad. Meanwhile, Sunderland have 6 from their opening 3 matches but got knocked out of the Carabao Cup on penalties at home to Huddersfield. Both won their last matches, Palace 3-0 away to Villa and Sunderland 2-1 at home to Brentford. Palace are without Chani Riyad, Sheikh Doucouré, Ismail Assar and Caleb Kaporha, while Adam Wharton, Eddie Nketiah and Odson Edouard are doubts. Wharton and Sarr started the last match, with the likely replacements Heverson Lerma and Yeremy Pino. Alternatively, Daichi Kamada could drop back for Wharton, and Pino would be joined by Justin Devenny. Sunderland are without Leo Furhielder, Romain Mundle and Dennis Serkin, while Daniel Ballard, Luke O'Neill, Aji Alese and Niall Huggins are doubts. The scout record, Simon Adingra comes in for Chemsdean Talby after playing well off the bench last time, while he says it's a toss-up between Eliezer Mayenda and Wilson Isidore up front. Either way, this is a chance for Sunderland to really show they have what it takes to stay up. They were great in 2 home games, but then lost to Burnley, in my view the worst side in the division. Palace were brilliant against Villa, and even without Eberechi Eze look able to score goals. I think Sunderland's defence may find things tough against the Eagles, who I'll give a 3-0 win. Everton host Aston Villa. Everton have 6 from their opening 3 and also won in the Carabao Cup at home to Mansfield. Villa have 1 from their opening 3 games. Everton won their last match 3-2 away to Wolves, while Villa lost theirs 3-0 at home to Palace. Everton are without Gerard Branthwaite, while Vitaly Mykolenko, Iliman Ndiaye and especially Nathan Patterson are doubts. If Mykolenko is out, James Garner will drop back to fullback and Tim Irobanam or Merlin Roule will come in, while Carlos Alcaraz is Ndiaye's replacement with Dwight McNeil or Tyler Dibbling other options. Villa are definitely without Ross Barkley, while Boubacar Kamara, Amadou Onana and Andres Garcia are doubts. However, Matty Cash is available. With his transfer drama over, Emiliano Martinez should come back in for Marco Bizzo, while Luca Digne may come back in for Ian Martin. Due to Villa's problems, Harvey Elliott may come straight in for either Donyell Marlon or, more likely, Evan Gesson. If McGinn comes into the attacking areas, Bogard may also play. Everton have looked strong in their opening games, and all the talk is about Jack Grealish, who faces his former club. Ndiaye is a miss, but Villa haven't scored all season, and there are doubts about them. I think they'll get a goal, but be held to a 1-1 draw. Fulham host Leeds. Fulham have 2 points from their opening three and also got through in the Carabao Cup at home to Bristol City. Meanwhile, Leeds have 4 points but were knocked out away to Sheffield Wednesday on penalties. Fulham lost their last game 2-0 away to Chelsea, while Leeds drew 0-0 at home to Newcastle. Fulham are injury-free with Issa Diop past fit. With Anthony Robinson back, Ryan Sessegnon may move forward and Timothy Castagne would be dropped. If not Sessegnon, Harry Wilson or Adama Traore could be used. Other possibilities include Josh King being rested for Emil Smith-Rowe, or either King and Iwobi dropping back, replacing Sasha Lukic or Sander Berger. Leeds are without Lucas Perry, while Ethan Ampadu, Eo Tanaka, Lucas Nemecha, and Joel Pirro all could return. Perry's replacement is Carl Darlow, while Ampadu would replace Ilya Gluev. If Nemecha isn't fit, then Dominic Calvert-Lewin could come in. After looking second best against Brighton, Fulham played well in 2 games against Big Six sides, but came away with just 1 point, and have scored just 2 goals in the league this season. That could change against Leeds, who shipped 5 in their only league away game against Arsenal. They did shut down Newcastle and Everton, but Fulham have some talented attacking players and are at home, and the return of Robinson is a big boost. I'll go for a 2-0 Fulham win. Newcastle host Wolves. The Magpies have 2 points from their opening 3 games, while Wolves have none, but did get through the Carabao Cup at home to West Ham. Newcastle drew their last game 0-0 away to Leeds, while Wolves lost 3-2 at home to Everton. This game comes too early for Jacob Ramsey and Johan Wissa, while Joe Linton has been past fit. Anthony Gordon is suspended. The Geordies went for a back 5 out of necessity against Leeds, but surely that will end. Both Fabian Schär and Sven Botman could lose their place then, with Malik Tior in for Dan Burn. Lewis Hall should be fit to come in for Kieran Trippier too. Ramsey's injury means Joe Linton can come straight back, with Lewis Miley and Joe Willock offering options from both him and Bruno Guimaraes. Meanwhile, the front two of William Osuna and Jacob Murphy should be restored to a front three of Anthony Alanga, new signing Nick Voltemade and Harvey Barnes, with an extra spot with less midfielders. Wolves are missing Leon Chiwome and Jurgen Strand-Larsen, but Kiana Hova and Hugo Bueno are fine. New signing Vladislav Krejci may come in, with Santiago Bueno the most likely casualty. It's a toss-up between Hugo Bueno and Davin Molo-Wolfer. John Arias may be replaced by Fer Lopez too, according to the Scout. Both these teams are winners in the league, and Wolves have lost all 3, conceding 8 and scoring just 2. Newcastle haven't been great, but this is a chance for the attacking talent to finally show their worth, and Wolves won't trouble them coming forward. It may be something of a catharsis at St James's then, a 3-0 home win. At half-5, West Ham host Spurs. The Irons have 3 points from 3 and were knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Wolves away. Spurs have 6 from 3 and lost the Super Cup to PSG on penalties. In their last games, West Ham won 3-0 away to Forest, while Spurs lost 1-0 at home to Bournemouth. Luis Guilherme is the only definite miss for the Irons, but Niklas Füllkrug is a doubt and George Earthy has a late fitness test. With no Füllkrug, Lucas Paquetá could become the striker, with Thomas Soucek moving into the 10 and his place being taken by Songutu Magasa. They might not want to change the winning team too much apart from that. Spurs are missing James Maddison, Dominic Solanke, Dejan Kulusevski, Radu Dragusin and Kota Takai, while Yves Bissouma is a doubt. Spurs have European football soon, and that means Jed Spence and Destiny Udogie may rotate, but Xavi Simons could also come in for Rodrigo Bentancur as he's now ready. West Ham turn their miserable form around to get a shock 3-0 win at the City Ground, while White-Hot Spurs look like their old selves again in a loss against Bournemouth. I do think Tottenham should just have enough for West Ham though. Their wing players may be able to get past West Ham's plan to clog up the midfield. I'll go with a 2-1 away win. Also on Sky Sports, Brentford host Chelsea at 8. The Bees have 3 from their opening 3, but did win in the Carabao Cup away to Bournemouth, while Chelsea have 7 points. Brentford lost their last game 2-1 away to Sunderland, while Chelsea beat Fulham 2-0 at home. Paris Magoma and Gustavo Nunes are out for the Bees, but Vitaly Janelt and Michael Kayode are fit. The Scout notes that even though they lost to Sunderland, it was only late on, and therefore the starting 11 itself shouldn't change, with Yeho Yarmoliuk perhaps most at risk from Janelt, Matthias Jensen or Frank Onyeka. Chelsea without Liam Delap, Benoit Badiashile, Romeo Lavia and Dario Asugo, while Cole Palmer and Alejandro Garnacho need to return to fitness, and Mihailo Mudryk is still banned. With European football and Estevao on international duty, Jamie Gittins may allow the Brazilian a break, while Delap's injury may mean Mark Guiu, Facundo Buonanotte or Tyreek George will have to start, especially if Palmer isn't ready. Brentford have struggled in the early parts of the season, while Chelsea have looked really good. I don't expect anything changing, to be honest. And even with the attacking changes that might hurt them, I'll allow Chelsea a 2-0 win. On to the Sunday 2 p.m. game on Sky Sports as Burnley host Liverpool. Burnley have 3 points from their opening 3, but did beat Derby at home in the Carabao Cup. Liverpool have a perfect 9, but did lose the Community Shield to Palace on penalties. Burnley lost their last game 3-2 away to Man United, while Liverpool won 1-0 at home to Arsenal. The hosts are without Jordan Bayer, Connor Roberts and Zeki Amdouni, but Hjalmar Ekdal is fit. The scout thinks that Burnley may well switch to the back 5 they used against Spurs, in which case Jakob Brun Larsen will be dropped for Oliver Sonner, with Carl Walker moving into centre-back. Liverpool miss Curtis Jones, while Jeremy Frimpong is a doubt. Due to Alexis McAllister's international duty in European football, he might be rested, with Dominic Szoboszlai move forward and Conor Bradley in defence. Liverpool are perfect, but the gulf in quality between these two is big. I think that Burnley will just try to defend and smother Liverpool. If they go for it, they could hit them on the break, but I think it'll be a 2-0 win for the Reds. Finally, at 4:30 on Sky Sports, Man City host Man U. City have 3 from their opening 3, while United have 4, but lost in the Carabao Cup away to Grimsby on penalties. City lost their last game 2-1 away to Brighton, while United won 3-2 at home to Burnley. City are without Ryan Cherki, Omar Marmoush, Mateo Kovacic, Ryan Ait-Nouri and Calvin Phillips, while Joshko Gvardiol, Savinio, Marcus Bettinelli, Phil Foden and John Stones are all doubts. The only good news is that Abdulkadir Kusanov is fit. New signing Gianluigi Donnarumma is expected to come straight in for James Trafford, while Rico Lewis could come in for Matthias Nunes. Ruben Diaz may have to replace Stones, while Ait Nouri's replacement could be Gvardiol or alternatively Nathan Ake. With no Marmoush, Jeremy Doku is touted to come in instead. United are without Lisandro Martinez, while Matheus Cunha, Mason Mount and Dio Dallo are doubts. In this game against a big side, Amad Diallo could be replaced by Nosser Mazraoui, and due to injuries, Bruno Fernandes could be moved up to replace Mount, leaving room for Kobe Mainu or Manuel Ugarte. With no Cunha, Joshua Zirkzee may get a start ahead of Benjamin Šeško. Alternatively, Diallo may be Mount's replacement. It's not looking great on either side of Manchester at the moment, but City should have won against Brighton and were only guilty of not killing the game. United do have strength, but I think going forward they're weaker and they're playing away, so I'll go with a 2-0 City win. So that's it. Some interesting games this week, and nice to see a full slate at 3 p.m. on Saturday as well. What do you think of my predictions? Comment where I'm right and wrong below. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.